This is one of the greatest home tiki bars I've ever been to. My buddy Jordan Rychek invited me over to a party that's about to happen right here in the Booze Cave. It's a pre-party for an event that he's putting together called Exoticon. Exoticon is a 3-day festival combining all things tiki, exotica, burlesque, and super weird music. And speaking of that, my band the Hula Girls will be performing on the Sunday of the event. But on tonight's show, we're going to talk all about Exoticon. It's going to be a star-studded affair with all kinds of important guests from the tiki world. I hope you dig the show. Now let's get the party started. Aloha folks, welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I'm not in the Breezeway. Where are we? This is the Booze Cave. This place is owned by Jordan Rychek. Quite possibly like one of the best tiki collections in tiki collections. It's shocking. He has like $10,000 tikis that are being blocked by $10,000 tikis. And he has a lot of this stuff. So I'm very happy to be attending this. We're talking about an event that he's putting on in downtown LA called Exoticon, and the official cocktail is being presented by our friends at the Tonga Hut. So I'd love to bring on one of my favorite bartenders I've ever met in life, Tiana.
Tiani.
What do you mean, Tiani?
That's my name.
You sure it's not Tiana?
No, it's Tiani.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are making a cocktail that you specifically formulated for an event coming up.
Yes.
What's the event called?
Exoticon.
Yes. And what's the cocktail called?
Exoticon the Poison Dart. I tried crafting something that would suit everyone that comes to the event. So something fruity, little tart, little sweet, refreshing.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna make that tonight on the show?
Yes, we are.
From what I understand, you're one of the star bartenders at the Tonga Hut Palm Springs.
Yes.
Of all of the Tonga Huts in the world, the Palm Springs one is my favorite one.
Why so?
It's in Palm Springs.
That checks out.
And there's like a secret back room. And there's all kinds of like rad modernist tikis. You're very quiet. You're a very quiet Tiana.
Tiani.
That's what I said. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the cocktail on the show here. But this is a party going on. You enjoying the party?
I am.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start prepping the cocktail, and then at the end of the episode, we're gonna make the drink for the whole party.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I'm gonna start prepping the cocktail with these ingredients here, right?
Okay, but...
And so I will see you at the end of the show, and we'll make this great cocktail, the Exoticon Poison Dart, at the end of the show.
Okay.
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 I'll see you in a little bit.
So, Spike.
Sven Kirsten. Remember when we drank a ton of rum at my house?
Oh, yes. Oh, I remember.
It was a good time. We talked about Trader Vic's.
I stayed overnight on your couch because I couldn't drive home.
Well, we did drink a lot of rum.
Right. Isn't this place amazing?
Yeah, it's shocking, the amount of art in this place.
It's a tiki lover's paradise.
I feel like I've seen most of this stuff in your books.
Yeah, and have you seen this bar top? It's a work of art. So much stuff in there that's not in my books and that I haven't even seen before. I've known Jordan for quite some time now, and I've seen him build this up, and I've helped him find some of this stuff because I knew he's a tiki lover and he gets this stuff, and it's just an amazing space that is the result of it.
I didn't know Jordan until recently-ish. My buddy Justin Scard, you know Justin Scard?
Right.
He's, you know Justin?
Well, yeah, I've met him at Oceanic Arts at the auction.
So Justin introduced me to Jordan. He's like, dude, you got to come to this auction for Oceanic Arts. And I had no idea that was going on. I didn't know who Jordan was. And then to be invited to this party here at his house is like pretty amazing.
It's a privilege.
It is a privilege, especially since his collection, everybody has like one really good piece in their collection. You might have a couple more than one.
Not like this, not like this.
No, dude, this is so next level.
Right.
Dude, what is with your necklace?
Oh, yeah, this is like the entry souvenir for this party, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I got one of those too.
Yeah, Tiki Bling.
You heard it here first, folks. Tiki Bling. That's his next book. Tiki Bling.
The Bling of Tiki.
That's right.
I'm so gratified that Jordan is putting on this Exoticon event because the Tiki community needs this. It's something beyond Tiki, but Tiki at the same time. And all these people have been trying to go to other genres like Star Wars and monster movies and stuff because, frankly, they don't know any better. They just grasp what they know of. But exotic mid-century worlds, there was so much more, and we're going to see that at Exoticon.
And that is why I love Sven Kirsten so much. You can sleep on my couch with Sparky whenever you want.
Who's Sparky?
That's my new dog.
Oh, okay.
No. Who's Sparky? So tell me about what Exoticon is.
Exoticon is a 3-day festival of all kinds of medias, of film, music. I'm going to do a couple of my slide presentations, rum tastings, burlesque.
Band called the Hula Girls.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, there's going to be a lot of great, unique bands and musical performances, and you're one of them.
Thank you. I'm very excited about it. As well as on Friday night, we're going to be doing like a little bit of a talk about Corla Pandit. What do you call him, the godfather of Exotica?
Well, yes, he certainly was an important figure. And, Martin Denny is really the inventor of the term with his albums. And Exotica music is certainly a large part of it, but it's not all just Exotica music. No, there's so much more. I'm going to show some examples of exotic mid-century architecture and decor and lots of eye candy.
It's very exciting, especially for those of us who really love the history of Tiki and the stuff that kind of surrounds Tiki as well.
Exactly.
You met Martin Denny.
Oh, yes. That was great. I saw him play live at this old folks home in Hawaii. And then afterwards, Gecko introduced me to him, and we visited him at his apartment. And he held my book of Tiki, and I held his poodle, and it was amazing.
His poodle?
Yes.
Did he play Quiet Village for you on piano?
Yeah.
Wow.
At that event.
So that's like, to put it in terms in the rock and roll world, that's like, what's the dude from Led Zeppelin? Playing Stairway to Heaven on the guitar in front of you.
Yeah.
It's the Stairway to Heaven of Exotica.
When I was living in Berlin and not even into Tiki yet, I found the Primitiva album at a thrift store, and I fell in love with it, and I, brought it home just for the cover art, and I would have never believed I actually gonna meet the man one day. It's incredible.
Or like the music.
Yes.
Right.
that time, yes.
This place is just like the King Tut's tomb of vintage Tiki. Just along this table lamp from Trader Vic's, it's a Janus Tiki of the Trader Vic's Maori logo Tiki. You can't find these anymore in the wild, and he has 2 of them on his bar here.
Yeah,
so Jordan, tell us a little bit about how you came up upon all this amazing stuff.
I like you guys behind the bar, that you look good behind the bar. Better than me behind the bar. I prefer to be on the other side getting drinks.
So what's the deal with that lamp that you have that you have several of, which is...
Well, all of the lamps here, these are Oceanic Arts lamps. Well, these were not produced by Oceanic Arts, but these are from Trader Vic's. But all of the pieces in my bar are, for the most part, vintage or come from some vintage venue. I grew up in Florida, in Miami. Florida is kind of like the second nest of the Polynesian fantasy world. Los Angeles definitely being number 1. Hawaii, low on the list.
Yeah.
Because they didn't need to sell it there. It was more of... It's why I always love the kahiki, because the kahiki is like completely where the fantasy works, because in the middle of winter.
Well,
but
you need tiki in places that aren't tropical, that don't have palm trees.
Well, or places that are tropical that need that little bump up of like, oh, wait, there's a reason why we live in good weather. We should amp it up.
Sure.
That's certainly what Florida was. Miami, certainly Central Florida with St. Pete.
Fort Lauderdale.
That was like, there was definitely another nest of Polynesian fantasy that happened there.
Also was Arizona. They were vacation states. From the rest of the U.S. came to go on vacation. And Polynesian pop bumped up the vacation up another notch. You went on vacation and then you really went on vacation when you went to one of these places.
You know, certainly with the Thornton brothers, with the Mai Kai, from my own experience as a kid, going to the Mai Kai was an explosion to your head.
It still is.
Yeah, I mean, and it's opening again soon. But as far as the world of Tiki with East Coast, West Coast, this is all about fantasy. I've loved this stuff for literally years, decades. You know, my background is in animation, so it's always been storytelling and mixing like influences, right?
Which animation? And I know the answer to this.
Well, I mean,
Say the one.
The
one.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
I didn't create Ren and Stimpy, but I was a part of the original team of Ren and Stimpy. That's why there was a lot of good music in Ren and Stimpy. Chris Falusi and I were very on the same page with Raymond Scott. Like John got to meet Raymond Scott before he died. We have Raymond Scott coming up in our show, or at least his family is going to be involved, and we're doing some tributes to him.
You've been into Exotica for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And that's why Jordan is doing Exoticon.
Right. So what about Exoticon?
Exoticon is basically me taking the most things that I've been into for my life. My background's in animation, so I come to it from like design and storytelling. Most of animation comes from things that you're into. When you look at Disney, there's so much Tiki or so much Hawaiian themes in Disney films because Walt loved Hawaii. He would go almost every year. For me, the world of Exotica is very broad. It's more than Tiki, and Tiki is a big part of my life, but it's also space. It's also Western. It's also
Eastern.
Lounge and Eastern and South American. And it's basically everything that America isn't.
Right.
When you look at America and you look at the fantasy of Polynesian restaurants that we all love, they're not necessarily negative things. They're cultural impressionism. It's fantasy of what we aren't. And for an evening or a weekend or 3 or 4 cocktails, I can get away to this fantasy space that's not mine. I can imagine, and there's a lot of places of the world, they probably want to get away and wear blue jeans for a little bit.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So all it is human, and why the world is so broad. So when you think of Exotica, I mean, shit, I have some albums here. So like, here's an example. Look in just how I'm flipping these, how the world of Exotica changes. It's very broad, and it's Latin, it's Eastern,
Inca.
it's Incan, it's space. It's all of these different things, which basically, you know, to me encompasses a larger sort of spectrum. So Exoticon is essentially my record collection brought to you for a weekend where you can be immersed in it with 360-degree projections, entertainment from morning until late in the evening. We open at 10 a.m., we close at 10 p.m. And it's one price. You come in, you pay for just that. I mean, food and drink and things like that, but essentially symposiums, all of it is happening. It's a circus. It's 5 domes, completely themed out, entertainment all day long, symposiums, themed bands, a vendor village. Shag is doing a Shag Shack, which is for artists and musicians to meet and greet with the public in a more intimate setting. A vendor village, rum tastings. All of this is to show you the spectrum of Exotica in one place, in one weekend. And God willing, we'll do it every year.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm for it.
It sounds very exciting. It sounds different than any other kind of event that we've seen before in like the Tiki kind of world.
It's beyond Tiki.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of Tiki.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Tiki.
Okay, let me rephrase it. It's Tiki and beyond.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. Well, we have a cocktail to make and we got a party to have.
Let's have it.
Okay.
Okay. Poison dart.
I will, I got to keep working on this. So I will see you guys in.
All right.
You keep cutting those limes. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that's some exciting stuff, right? Talking to Sven and talking to Jordan about the event. But I would like to welcome onto the show our ambassadors for the burlesque side of things, Miss Cara Spade and Miss Casey Cupcake.
Cha-cha.
Hi, girls.
Cheers.
So these are two of my favorite burlesque performer friends.
Oh, shucks.
I know, right? He says the sweetest things.
Can you define, for the people out there that don't necessarily know what burlesque is, can you define broadly what that is?
So burlesque is essentially theatrical dance that involves taking off your clothes. We tell a story. We start with a beautiful song, and then we make beautiful costuming, and we tell you a story with less clothing by the time we're done. That's basically it.
It's very empowering, I think, what we do.
And so how does burlesque relate to Exotica music? Or to the Tiki world, I would say?
So it really kind of started with like the album covers in like the 60s. You had the Martin Denny girl, which everyone knows. This is our Martin Denny girl. Face of Exoticon right here. But anytime you go to any kind of Exotica event, and anytime you went to tiki bars and everything else, you have your go-go girls, you have your go-go men. It's not about taking advantage of people's bodies, it's about presenting a scene. It's about showing people the world of escapism. That's what we're here to do.
The ambiance.
I see.
So like Exoticon is really the Disneyland of Exotica. So there's so many ways that you can enjoy it. And one of the ways is looking at the go-go and burlesque performances. Cara Spade's one of our lovely performers on Saturday nights. We have Raquel Reed. We also have Miss Miranda, our headliners. So make sure that you come out to that.
We'll see you there.
So Cara, like your image seems to be all over all the marketing stuff. What do you think about that?
I have been hearing that a lot lately. I'm very happy that my work is being put out there and that it's reaching the mass audiences and everything. It just feels very fulfilling.
And you know, we shot together, what, a year ago, 2 years ago? For a car magazine. So it must be exciting to go from like, you know, a couple photos in a car magazine, which is exciting, to the face of Exoticon, the Exotica girl.
You know, that's still crazy to me.
And you're gonna be performing?
Yeah.
What do you think of this party?
Oh, it's poppin'.
Yeah, good party.
Great drinks, great people. Have you seen this place?
Yeah. Been here the whole time. Oh, all right. What's going on with the burlesque side of Exoticon?
Well, Friday, they have a bootleg Batman show, and it's all go-go burlesque.
Bootleg
I'm very
Batman.
excited about that. I'm a Batman fan.
Okay. You like the 1960s Batman?
Yes.
Is that your favorite?
Absolutely.
Mine too. So then what happens after that?
So Saturday night we have Lysergic Discotheque, which is a walk down Hollywood Boulevard right before the psychedelic entertainment started. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of an acid trip, kind of a little bit of beautiful people, and just a good time.
Lysergic
Groovy.
Discotheque.
It's a good word, right? Lysergic.
I know, I like that.
Again, it tingles.
So thanks for stopping by, and I will see you guys out in the party in a minute.
Yeah.
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
having
there.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Aloha.
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 Hey, can I have a lime for my drink?
Certainly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, you want me to squeeze it?
Sure.
Okay. This is one of maybe my biggest influences in music.
Surprising.
This is Josh Agel. He played in a band called the Tiki Tones, as well as the Swamp Zombies. Is that usually how you were introduced?
Rarely. You're one of the few people that brings that part of my life up.
Right.
Of course, this is Shag, who's essentially the most successful artist in Tiki and beyond. He's done work for Disney. He's been featured on the sides of Las Vegas hotels. His store in Palm Springs is wildly successful. As an artist, he is an aspirational figure and a really nice guy.
What are you doing at this party?
Well, I'm here because I am in love with the concept of Exoticon. When I heard about it and what it was, I felt like it was something the world needed because it's a different take on Tiki.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I've been to every single Tiki Oasis except for 2 I missed because I was out of the country. You know, I've been to dozens of Tiki Calientes and I've been to Hukilaus, but this is something a little different because this is exploring aspects of Tiki and Exotica that really aren't covered very much in those, you know. They focus on Tiki and cocktails and stuff, but there's so much more in this world. And I think this festival is going to touch on a lot of those things that I love about Tiki.
I totally agree. You're even going to have your own dome there?
Well, it's not a dome, it's a shack.
Oh.
It's the Shag Shack.
Okay.
And it's going to be kind of a little getaway because there's going to be a lot going on. You know, music, burlesque, films, things like that, experiences. This is somewhere where you can go to kind of get away from the noise for a little bit. And I'm going to be hosting it. I'm going to be there a lot. Not all the time, but a lot.
Yeah.
You can come get away, talk to me or other VIPs in this world. There are going to be signings in the booth, and it's just going to be a cool hangout space.
I'm very excited about the Shag Shack. In fact, I'm going to be doing a talk about Corla Pandit on Friday, I believe, with my buddy Marty Lush playing. So I'm very excited to see the Shag Shack. And so I would imagine you're going to have your art all over the place. And
I'm going to have some of my art there. There's going to be tiki decor. There's going to be cocktails.
Okay. So what about like the merch side of things?
Well, one of my favorite things to do is design Hawaiian shirts. And so when I heard about this, I asked, can I design a Hawaiian shirt for the event? And they said, of course you can. So I went a little psychedelic on the shirt.
Wow.
This is the official Exoticon Aloha shirt.
Okay.
I also designed a poster sort of in the same vein, same colors, same sort of tiki-delic imagery.
Tiki-delic. So it's kind of like late 60s kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's that kind of getting away from the earlier Hawaiian shirts, getting a little wilder with the colors and the shapes, trying to appeal to, you know, some 18-year-old who just dropped a tab of LSD, I guess. I don't know who they were trying to appeal with.
World? You know, there was an interview that I read from you maybe in the late 90s, and you were talking about Thunderbirds.
Yes, yeah, because I had a 64 Thunderbird.
Right. You talked about all of the eras of Thunderbirds and how, like, what, 58 through 60 Thunderbirds were like for the hot rodders or that kind of thing. And then the Bullet Birds were for something else. And then you said that the 64 Thunderbird was like elegant or...
Yeah, that was for the banker who wanted to like step into a Thunderbird, you know?
And that was the car that you had.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You should come by the Breezeway sometime.
I would love to.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Back to my limes, I guess. That one's already cut.
Yeah, you're doing that well. You need a job?
Kevin Murphy of the Tonga Hut.
Of the Tonga Hut.
Well, 2 Tonga Huts, but...
But the oldest one in LA, 1958, Ace and Ed Libby opened the place.
Wow. Okay.
Existing tiki bar, been there forever.
Yeah. And now you own it.
Yes. Well, I don't know if ownership's the word, more like stewardship.
Stewardship.
We'll pass it on to the next group.
And also probably a bit of an albatross, like trying to keep everything moving in the right direction.
Oh yeah, it's still a business. I mean, it's still a bar to work.
But they do an excellent job of tiki cocktails.
I've got the best staff in the world.
Of decor.
Yeah, you travel back in time.
Of music.
Jeremy Fleener, my other partner, he curates that jukebox we've got in the back.
Okay.
And that thing's awesome.
Yeah, it is a transportative bar. It's one of my favorite in Los Angeles. Well, it's one of my favorite in the world. But you're also involved in this thing that we have coming up in downtown LA.
The Exoticon Festival.
Exoticon.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's about time for an event like this in Los Angeles. We've got them all over, but not in LA.
We have never done any kind of like big mid-century cocktail culture kind of thing in Los Angeles before.
No, and this one's big. I like that we've got Tiki, but it's Exoticon. So we're going to represent the Tiki element there. Tonga Hut's actually going to transport the bar. It's going to be kind of interesting how we do this. It's going to be pretty neat.
And you're in a dome. You have your own dome.
We have a dome. We're going dome.
Full dome action for the Tonga Hut.
Yeah, we're going to try and recreate the Tonga Hut with their technology, with this 3D cinematography they do in the dome. The dome. Doom.
Yeah, they have projections and stuff that's going to happen.
360 projection on it. It's going to be pretty fun. And then you've got all these other things to do.
Right.
So you've got, the burlesque, you've got symposiums, you've got auctions, you've got the Shag store next to me. I mean, and you've got other vendors and other bars there serving cocktails as well. So it's 3 days of just immersion.
I don't think that there's been an event like this before.
Not in Los Angeles.
I think it's a very exciting thing.
Well, I think it's a long time coming. I think this, how did we miss out on all this?
I don't know. Why didn't you?
LA.
Why didn't you do this?
Tiki right now.
You could have done this.
I could have done this, but yeah, I'm leaving this. Have you met Jordan? You know Jordan.
I've met Jordan.
Yeah.
We're in his house.
He's the man. Yeah. Oh, this place is cool.
It's
Actually,
pretty...
I signed up just to come visit his house.
I know.
This thing's cool.
That price alone is worth the visit to the booze cave.
Once you see this room, you get that this thing's going to be an over-the-top event because he's into this stuff.
I agree. And I think that he's going to impart that enthusiasm on the whole event, just like he did with the Oceanic Arts auctions
Yeah, and I think everybody that's coming together for this, it's going to be a fun team. I mean, it's people I haven't seen in a long time, new friends, new people I'm meeting, and everybody's 100% behind this. So everybody's putting 110 into this. I think everybody's going to get a big payoff for all the work that's going into this.
And you created a cocktail specifically for this event.
Well, now I didn't create this.
Oh, you didn't?
No. This is one of my bartenders.
Which bartender might that be?
Now you're gonna make me remember her name. Tony. It's Tia. Tia, come up here. We need you to work on a drink here for us.
Let's finish this cocktail. It's been a long, long road talking about one of the most exciting events that I think LA is gonna see or has seen in a long time, especially pertaining to Exotica or Tiki, that whole world. But I want to bring back Tiani to make the cocktail. I spent this whole time cutting all these limes.
Who are you again?
So let's make the cocktail. What's in this drink? Oh, why don't you go ahead and you want this? Can I dump that out?
Yeah, dump that. Okay. New ice in it.
Oh, new ice. Okay.
Put new ice in it.
Sorry, I'm not a professional bartender, as you guys know. I have a real life bartender here. How many years have you been at the Tonga Hut?
Almost 8.
8 years?
About 8.
How old are you? Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
That's rude.
It is.
That is so rude. You're out of line.
Okay. What do we put in this first? What are the ingredients? Do you have this in your mind?
Yes.
Okay, so wait, so you have this recipe in your head.
I do.
How many tiki cocktail recipes do you have in your head?
A crazy amount. I couldn't tell you.
Could you make me a zombie right now?
Yes, I could.
Could you make a Navy grog for me right now?
I can. Really challenge me. You could ask me for some grog log.
Grog log? What about a coconut?
I could do a coconut.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
I have like 3 cocktails in my brain.
I'm proud of you. It's a good start.
That is very patronizing.
Sorry.
Let's just make the drink.
All right.
Go. Okay, so that is
2 ounces of rum.
This is very fast. How are you doing that so fast?
1/3 of raspberry.
Okay. This is way faster than I make drinks.
Some citrus.
How much citrus?
1.5 ounces.
Okay. So wait, citrus. Okay. What's the next one?
Orange. Oops.
What?
That's
Your
really
orange is
not-
drooling.
1 ounce. And 1/2 of simple.
Okay. But so I spent the whole time doing this. Whoa.
I never told you limes.
What is this?
This is a lemon.
Yeah, but you said citrus. So what was I cutting all these limes for?
Well, if you listened.
Okay, so we're gonna put this cocktail in the mug that they are gonna be selling at Exoticon. Okay, in there. And then we're gonna add some ice to fill, right?
Yeah.
It's like what a professional does, right? Like a professional bartender. Where'd she go? Oh, right there.
That was so messy.
So I spent all this time cutting these limes. I thought it was gonna be in the drink. So what are we gonna do with the limes? Oh. Join us June 23rd through June 25th. We're Exoticon. Get a cocktail from her. See Shag, see Sven, see the Hula Girls, and a ton of other people. Aloha. Okay, we good?
Okay, yeah.
Quiet on the set. What's different about this foray into Exotica for this show?
I did not hear the question. There
It's
were
okay,
so many words I didn't know.
And what's the cocktail called?
Exoticon the poison dart.
Exoticon the poison dart?
Yeah.
Spaceballs the flamethrower. Can you move forward just a little bit?
Yeah.
Make the Exoticon poison dart that you so masterfully crafted. And then I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Is it a dude?
No, it's not a dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, not a dude by a long shot.
Oh.
Downtown is so expensive. You know, these practical things are important.
I know, these mother.
But here's the thing: is that oh wait, no, okay, we're gonna edit this.
adding to the ambiance.
We're going right now.
I know I enjoy that.
This is filmed before a live studio audience.
That's right. Ba-bum-bum. Honestly, that was wonderful.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it was going well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Jordan ruined it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so that's like part of the whole deal, and that sounds dumb. This will all be edited, so it'll be all cut into making all of us sound very intellectual. So these are two of, what are we gonna say here? So
Saturday night.
Wait, hold on, let me take that over.
A walk down Hollywood Boulevard during the almost psychedelic part of blah, 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 blah.
Jordan, was it Rod Check?
Right.
Riot Check? Are you sure?
Right check.
You sure?
REI.
Riot Check.
CHEK.
As per just like as per just by the auction. So I'd love to bring on one of my best friends of all time. It's so dumb. I met her like an hour ago.
No, I love it. It's great. Keep going.
I would love to welcome.
I'll shut up. Sorry.
I would love to welcome onto the show my friend Tiana.
She said my name wrong.
And what's the cocktail called? From what I understand, you're one of the star bartenders at the Tonga Hut, Palm Springs.
Yes. Hi, I'm Tiani.
Tiani? Tiani?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You said Tiana.
Oh.
Should we redo that? No, I probably could have.
You sure it's not Tiana?
It's Tiani.
I feel like that's a Disney movie.
Tiana is a Disney movie.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she's from mine.
Oh, she's not a Disney movie?
No. I'm a tiki bartender.
Okay, dude, I know how to make tiki cocktails. I'm a professional. I have like 150 videos of making tiki cocktails. I will.
Totally.
Okay, but like we're going right now.
Oh.
With my buddy Marty Lush playing, what do you play? Harpsichord? No.
Organ.
What kind of organ was that? Was it a Hammond? How does nobody know? All right.
Someone knows, but no one in this room.
Yeah. Back to my limes, I guess. That one's already cut. So yeah, we'll be talking, and then you can go, oh yeah, well, like, or maybe, oh, I got an idea.
No, I know.
No, I got an idea.
Yes, you do?
Idea.
Okay, what?
Okay. Shh, Tiara. Tiara. Is that Tiara?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's so much stuff that I've never seen before, and this especially. Have you ever seen fish floats that are square?
Wow.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
I know, me neither.
Yeah. Amazing.
Call
But you know.
call him over.
No.
Call Jordan over.
You're supposed to go.
What were we gonna say about that?
It's not really something that I would call Jordan over for.
Really?
Jordan, you have to square float.
I've never seen square floats before. Okay. How do you want to do this?
Hi.
Okay, we need a mic on you.
I got it.
Close the door.
Just leave it open.
I'm like, we're so close.
Okay, we're good.
Stop with the fucking door.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm not. That's not a you. It's just like,
Leave it open.
for fuck's sake.
There's no one out there.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. It wasn't to you. It was just the fucking door.
I got a spray. Go ahead.
Thank you. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right.
What is happening?
It's okay. Put the cap back on the thing. Okay. And shake.
Let's try that one more time because it comes off a little negative. What are we gonna do with all these lines?
Stop being so negative.
Garnish.
So what are we gonna do with all these? So I spent all the. Hey, join us in downtown LA for Exoticon. What's the dates?
June 23rd through 25th.
And I'm going to get the cocktail soon?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
eventually.
Thanks.
All right. Good?
Good.
Very good.